So day 50 of the 60-second challenge. I figured since we hit this milestone of day 50, we'd do something a little bit different today. And I figured we'd touch on the things that I've learned doing this whole process. And I was able to sort of boil it down to like 5 different things. First and foremost is you have to embrace the embarrassment and cringe factor of this whole thing. Because I think anybody who's normal, who sets up a camera, starts talking into it, and then puts it out onto the internet for potentially hundreds, thousands, or even possibly millions of people to listen to, is a little bit embarrassing. And it is really cringy to have to take videos and listen to yourself talk all day. But dealing with embarrassment and pushing through it regardless is definitely one of the things that really makes you grow. And once I started leaning into this whole thing and embracing the embarrassment and the cringe factor of this whole thing, it started to get easier, especially because I did it day in and day out. And this reminds me of one of my favorite quotes I heard recently from Butler, which is, embarrassment is an underexplored emotion. And by leaning into it, you can really find a lot of success on the other side of that. But to be honest, just doing it every single day definitely helped it start to get better, which leads me into my second thing that I learned is consistency. It's about showing up every single day, building the habits that help to build the momentum that you need to be successful, not just in social media, but really anything. It's having the discipline that I make a plan that I'm going to do this every single day, I follow through on it. And there's this great quote by Seneca that even dripping water hauls out stone, that steady repetition shapes everything. The third thing I've learned is all about small improvements. Every single day that I make these videos, I analyze them, I listen to them. All right, how do I get better at speaking? How do I do better hooks? How do I do better audio? How do I come up with better content? Every single time you have to analyze something. And I always try to figure out something that I can do better. And I try to implement it in every single video that I do. And that goes hand in hand with the consistency. Because the more that I'm able to do that, which is every single day, or even multiple times every single day, that I'm able to improve exponentially and just get better at this a whole lot quicker. As Epictetus once said, no great thing is built instantly. Real progress is made one step at a time. The fourth lesson I learned about this is about resilience. All right, you're going to have setbacks. You're going to have haters. You're probably going to lose friends throughout this whole process. Good thing is, you'll quickly find out who your true friends are. But that's okay, because you're stepping outside of your comfort zone and you're trying to do something better to improve yourself. You're going to have haters. There are going to be people who are, uncomfortable with their own insecurities, who are going to send angry comments at you, talk bad about you, but it doesn't matter. All you care about is you trying to improve yourself. Nothing else matters. Let them. And then if you suffer any setbacks along the way, just keep going. This is a part of the process. Remember, failure is just feedback. It's the steps to success. And also, you'll find out who your true friends are, and the people who actually want you to succeed will be by you. The ones who won't be there. And as Seneca said, fire tests gold, and adversity tests the brave. These challenges will reveal who you truly are and the truth of your character. And for the last and final thing that I've learned in this whole process, which I think is the most important, is authenticity. Because it's easy to come on here and watch other people, see what videos and what other people are doing well, and then try and emulate that. I tried using scripts, and after a while, I noticed as I was analyzing my videos, none of my personality or my quirks were coming out. And I could tell that this wasn't me. And then that's when I realized that I just needed to start talking to the camera as if I was talking to a friend and just be me, be comfortable in my own skin and how I normally talk. And when I started doing that, that's when I started to see real growth across the social media and starting to build rapport and traction with people. And the best part about being you is that it made it so much easier. I just could be more comfortable with actually making these videos. And it made this whole process a whole lot easier. And it reminds me of this quote I love from Oscar Wilde: be yourself because everybody else is taken. And if you show who you truly are, and if people don't like it, then fuck them. Because this is who I am, and I'm not changing for anybody. So you're just going to have to deal with it. Because I know I'm not everybody's cup of tea, and that's okay.